Broadcasting live from Dar es Salaam, this is TVC News, our top stories. Africa women gain momentum in leadership. SADC solidarity in peacekeeping.
Requiring a comprehensive approach that integrates military, police, and the civilian efforts.
Good evening, I am Teddy Mparanyanga. You can also follow us live via YouTube channel TBC Online and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. The wave of gender equality in leadership across Africa is gaining momentum, with women stepping into top leadership roles, a rare phenomenon in over 60 years of African governance. President Samia Suluhu Hassan of Tanzania is often seen as the seed that has sprouted and inspired a new generation of women leaders across the continent. Amini Mgeni's report is read by Antonia Kivaria.
In a historic moment, Namibia has made headlines by electing its first female president, Nentumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, who took office with yet another groundbreaking decision appointing Lucia Witbooi as her vice president. This makes Namibia the first African nation since independence to have women holding both president and vice president's positions. Political analysts across the continent point to President Samia Suluhu Hassan's leadership as a catalyst for this shift, providing that gender is no barrier to holding the highest office. As Tanzania's first female president, President Samia has set an inspiring precedent showcasing resilience, wisdom, and a clear vision in steering her country forward. Her success has shone a new light on African women, especially in nations where women's political participation remains low. Nentumbo Nandi Ndaitwah's victory symbolizes the continuing tide of change, with Namibians placing their trust in a woman to lead. Guided by the tribalizing examples set by President Samia. The dual leadership of President Nentumbo Nandi Ndaitwah and Vice President Lucia Witbooi reflects a transforming Africa where women are increasingly entrusted with national leadership roles. The shift isn't accidental, but the result of years of determination and courage from women like President Samia, who have proven that women can lead with strength, compassion, and competence. In the grand scheme of African political evolution, President Samia Suluhu Hassan's achievement continue to serve as a beacon of hope for women across the continent and beyond. Her journey has paved the way for change, illustrating that leadership is not defined by gender, but by vision, integrity, and commitment to serve. The rise of Nentumbo Nandi Ndaitwah and Lucia Witbooi is more than a political milestone. It is a continuation of a fight for gender equality led by courageous women who dare to break historical barriers. Antonia Kivaria, TBC News.
A call has been made to the countries of the Southern African Development Community, SADC, to cooperate together in matters of peacekeeping for the member states of the community in order to carry out their responsibilities properly and end conflicts in countries with conflicts. Castilia Manosa has more.
The Tanzania Peacekeeping Training Academy is a center that deals with peacekeeping training for officers and soldiers who are expected to participate in peacekeeping activities in various countries with conflicts and wars in Africa and around the world. Officers of defense agencies from various countries meet here to receive joint education so that they can be united in carrying out their duties.
The challenges we face are complex and multifaceted, requiring a comprehensive approach that integrates military, police, and civilian efforts in order to solve. we can make a significant impact on the future of peace support operation and contribute to a more peaceful and secure world.
The SADC Regional Peacekeeping Training Center is mandated to build the capacity of SADC standby force at senior and middle management levels. Member states are responsible for building the SADC standby force at the operational level.
On his part, the director of the Tanzania Peacekeeping Training Academy, Brigadier General George Itangare, says that the course is the largest of all those conducted for peacekeepers, and for the first time, Tanzania has hosted it.
Tanzania Peacekeeping Training Center, we are very, very proud of that. And rest be assured that we've put in place all the optimal facility to facilitate the success conduct of this course.
The 5-day training will involve participants from SADC member state. Castillo Monosa, TBC News.
The Director General of the Tanzania Commission for Science and Technology, COSTECH, Dr. Amos Nungu, says that 18 billion Tanzanian shillings will help in the construction of new offices of the Commission in Dodoma. Speaking after the contract signing event held in Dar es Salaam, Dr. Nungu says construction of those offices will help in enhancing the efficiency of science and technology sector, especially for innovators. Peter Mganga has more.
Science, technology and innovation are crucial for Tanzanians' economic growth, driving production, job creation, and fostering a digital economy with advancements in agriculture, finance, tourism, and governance. To ensure that 18 billion shillings have been set aside for construction of Tanzania Commission for Science and Technology offices in Dodoma and renovate its offices in Dar es Salaam. Speaking in Dar es Salaam, the Director General of Tanzania Commission for Science and Technology, Dr. Amos Nungu, explains how innovators and researchers will benefit from the project.
We who are responsible for coordination of the research and innovation activities in the country should also transform our infrastructure to meet the demand. That's why the money was set aside to build a modern facility in Dodoma and innovate the one in Dar es Salaam in order to assist that one. So in that respect, the facility in Dodoma will have also the incubation facility. We also have innovation hubs and meeting facilities for our researchers, innovators. But here in Dar es Salaam, we expect once we have done the innovation and move it to Dodoma, then there will be ample space here to host more innovators.
On the other hand, the contractor for COSTECH building in Dodoma, Deng Fabang, promises to renovate and construct on time.
We will bring the experienced engineer with local Tanzanian people and the Chinese engineer, so they can work together as an international to make sure we meet the international standard and the Tanzanian standard. As an international contractor, we will not wait for the advance payment then to start the work. We will start the work immediately once we get the site, once the client hand over the site to us.
The construction of COSTECH offices is expected to be completed by March 2026. Peter Mganga, TBC News, Dar es Salaam.
Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation has conducted a training session for its staff in Dodoma to enhance their ability to professionally prepare electoral news programs and online stories that are factual, taking into consideration that the country is heading towards the general elections in October this year. The two-day training aims to equip journalists, producers, and editors with deeper understanding of electoral processes, the Constitution of Tanzania, media and electoral laws, as well as embracing data journalism in electoral reporting. On their part, trainers emphasize the importance of journalists and media houses to understand media and electoral laws. Meanwhile, TBC staff shared their insights on what they have learned from the training.
This training is very important for us. You know, we have different laws when it comes to election. We have EPOCA, we have Media Service Act of 2016. So as journalists, we are the one who's supposed to provide information to the public about elections. So we have to understand, we have to learn about these laws. So this training is very important for us, TBC, and I think we are going to do a very good job when it comes to reports, to do analysis about elections.
It is very important to train journalists, not only journalists, also producers and content creators, because general election is something very serious and it is very sensitive. So it is important to train people before elections so that they can be professional when it comes to covering campaigns, covering the election day itself, and also covering the when results are out. I think it is very, very important because some of the journalists, producers, and content creators have been in elections before, but some others are very new to the general election itself. So it is important for them to know to avoid mistakes which are likely to happen during elections, which can lead to punishments to journalists, but not only to journalists, which can also cause chaos during general elections.
Media plays a pivotal role to let the public know about what's happening, but also it's a platform that the contestants that will be contesting for various positions, whether it's a presidential position or for being a member of the parliament as well, their policies, what they're going to do for the citizens, so they'll use the media, but also the journalists have to be ready to make sure that those who want to contest for various positions as well do tell and make it very clear to the public of what they will do for them, so that the public can decide. So it has been a very fruitful day for us as TBC to understand the laws that are governing general election, but also what we are supposed to do exactly.
Data is everything, and as we are coming towards the critical moments of election here in Tanzania, so basically data collection, and then to prove if data is accurate, that's another thing. So basically in this session, this workshop has been very helpful for me and for my colleagues, so that we can also work as a team.
We learn about guidelines that will shape us, and also the most important thing that we learned was statistics journalism, how to use statistics to shape our reports and stories.
The training in Dodoma followed another training that was provided to TBC staff in Morogoro last week. And on to the next news, country's hospitality industry is experiencing significant growth, driven by increasing tourism and infrastructure improvements, resulting into record-breaking tourist arrivals in recent years. Hospitality industry stakeholders say Tanzania has registered tremendous success in the past 4 years under the leadership of President Samia Suluhu Hassan.
Because I really wanted to pay tribute to the President, Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu, for helping us with the royal tour first to start with, to jumpstart. When she did the royal tour and became our ambassador for marketing globally to so many different countries, and then she traveled around and we did a shooting as well, our business on the northern circuit in Tanzania has gone up by 35 to 40%. So we have really recovered, and that has given us the strength to actually carry out a lot of renovations of all our properties in the northern circuit, which we are also doing simultaneously with the Dar es Salaam Serena. Even here in Dar es Salaam, we've seen a lot of meetings, business, and everything come back.
Ahead of the preparations of the upcoming African Nations Championship CHAN to be held in August 2025 in Tanzania, the country's hospitality industry is ready to showcase its potentials.
Marketing about Tanzania, the other thing is creating enabling conditions for investments to come, foreign direct investment to come into the country. We've seen some come into Tanzania, some come into Zanzibar. We have seen the laws and the legislation that we have here is predictable. So when we sign the contracts with all the tour operators and travel agents, they know what to expect. There are no quick, sudden changes of legislation or park fees or anything. So that really helps us to have a predictable business going forward. And that has been really critical for Tanzania. I think Tanzania is doing extremely well on tourism circuit because I, as a regional CEO, I cover Mozambique, Tanzania, Zanzibar, Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda. And we are doing very well here. And kudos to the to the Ministry of Tourism, the Minister of Tourism and the government for what they are doing in terms of marketing Tanzania.
The African Cashew Alliance stated its commitment to ensuring that cashew producers in Africa use technology in their production and value chain to enable Africa to compete with major cashew markets, including India and Vietnam. This was stated in Dar es Salaam by the Managing Director of African Cashew Alliance, Ernest Minta, during the opening of the 20th edition of the Master Training Program for Cashew Value Chain Producers in Africa. Rema Sababili has more.
Cashew stakeholders from 9 countries in Africa are gathered in Dar es Salaam for a 4-day training which focus on enhancing participants' awareness and knowledge of cashew value chain, including the dynamics of cashew market. Speaking with TBC, the Managing Director of African Cashew Alliance, Ernest Minta, says the training seek to build the capacity of both existing players of cashew market and the newcomers to create a pool of expertise for the industry toward the vision of creating a competitive African cashew industry.
The technology that is being used in Vietnam is far advanced, so we have to support and train our actors here to acquire the right technologies and to use them effectively to make sure that they are able to also process more, but also do it in a more, in a less costly and more efficient way to be more competitive. So we do that. We also make sure that on the factory floor, people are well equipped in terms of the recovery, so that if you are getting the kernel out, we don't have too many break-ins, because the end market is taking specific grades of cashew, and we have to make sure that the processors are able to process and recover only those specific grades so that they can have higher returns from the processing.
On the other hand, the head of Cashew Processing Department from the Cashew Board in Tanzania, Mangile Malegesi, says the training came at the right time as the country has increased cashew production to 526,000 tons from 180,000 tons.
For the East African side, we are leading in the production of cashew, and those achievements are brought by our President Samia Suluhu Hassan after putting a huge emphasis on this crop by providing free inputs to cashew farmers for 3 years. That is why we have succeeded in increasing production to 526,000 tons from 180,000 tons. Now, we are going to add value through industrial park that we are building, and we are here to attract more investment.
We are hoping that they will learn more on how to increase cashew production and its value chain, including the market.
Countries which are participating in the training include Tanzania, Burundi, Kenya, Malawi, Mozambique, South Sudan, and Rwanda. Reporting from Dar es Salaam, Rehema Sababili, TBC News.
Water Aid Tanzania, WAT, and AMREF Health Africa reached with clean and safe water through well-coordinated water-related projects, allowing for thriving communities across Tanzania. While signing the partnership agreement in Dar es Salaam, the country director of Water Aid Tanzania, Anna Mzinga, says the collaboration will develop innovative and scalable water sanitation and hygiene solutions, mobilize resources, and advocate for stronger policies that prioritize water, sanitation and hygiene in the health sector.
We recognize that wash is not just fundamental human right, but it is an essential pillar for public health, disease prevention, poverty alleviation, and socio-economic development. And without sustainable water, sanitation, and hygiene services, healthcare systems remain fragile, disease burdens increase, and progress toward national and global development goals is hindered. Water Aid Tanzania is implementing its strategy for the country program from 2023, and we will finish it in 2028. And amongst our strategic focus is emphasized the critical role of water, sanitation, and hygiene in strengthening healthcare systems and providing public health.
On the other hand, the country director of AMREF Health Africa Tanzania, Dr. Florence Temu, says the partnership underscores their commitment to transform schools, healthcare facilities, homes, marketplaces, and other spaces into healthier and more resilient environments.
And intentional, that we want to do something together, as it is previously said that when partners meet, it's about strength. We're bringing our strengths together to address common challenges. And we also know the challenges we're having in terms of access to water, not just water, but safe water, but also utilization of water and proper use of water.
The partnership focuses on facilitating knowledge, sharing through training programs, workshops, and knowledge exchange. And now, before we conclude the local news, let us take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News to know all the latest in exchange rates. Up next is international news. Namibia's President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah has reaffirmed the country's commitment to working alongside fellow SADC countries to advance shared developmental aspirations for the benefit of the current and future generations. In a statement to mark the Southern Africa Liberation Day, Dr. Nandi-Ndaitwah called on Namibians to jealously guard the freedom and peace enjoyed as the result of the monumental sacrifices made. She encouraged the citizens to forge ahead with renewed determination to advocate for the mutual development interests of the region. Blanke Horaces reports from Namibia.
The Southern Africa Liberation Day is observed annually in tribute to the courageous heroes and heroines of the region who sacrificed their lives to bring about independence, democracy, and sovereignty. The day also commemorates the end of the Battle of Cuito Valley in Angola 37 years ago, which is described as a turning point in the region's struggle against apartheid and to liberate the entire Southern Africa. President Nandi-Ndaitwah reminded the people of SADC to pay homage to the bravery of the People's Armed Forces for the Liberation of Angola, the Cuban Internationalist Forces, and the People's Liberation Army of Namibia under the parties SWAPO, ZANU-PF, the ANC, FRELIMO, and others who participated in the struggle. SADC chairperson and the president of Zimbabwe, Emmerson Mnangagwa, urged the citizens to remain vigilant and to be on alert to the emerging challenges that threaten general stability. He says the citizens must stand in solidarity against the imposition of illegal and unwarranted sanctions, the use of coercive measures, and any other actions that undermine sovereignty. Mnangagwa reiterated the region's support to the people of Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, who are still denied the right to determine their own destiny, saying Africa will not be free until Western Sahara is independent. He also emphasized the calls for lasting peace in the eastern parts of DRC and de-escalation of tensions and hostilities, as well as the engagements of parties in dialogue to secure a mediated outcome.
African women leaders continue to celebrate Namibia's President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah's victory, highlighting the significance of her leadership in the continent. Here are more details.
Among the notable figures is the former South African cabinet minister, Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, who visited the president at State House. Dlamini-Zuma, who equally made history as the first woman to serve as the chairperson of the African Union Commission from 2012 to 2017, praised Nandi-Ndaitwah for her swift action in appointing the executive. Soon after, President Nandi-Ndaitwah outlined her administration's key priorities, which aim to tackle the pressing issues such as unemployment, and various socio-economic challenges facing Namibia. Other prominent women leaders who paid courtesy visits are Dr. Grace Caballo, the Secretary General of the Pan-African Women Organization, and Catherine Mwanamwambwa, the widow of the former Speaker of Zambia's National Assembly, Amusa Mwanamwambwa, also expressed their congratulations to President Nandi Ndaitwah. Both Caballo and Mwanamwambwa were in Namibia to partake in the presidential inauguration ceremony and the nation's 35th independence anniversary celebrations. They acknowledge that Nandi Ndaitwah's leadership ascension adds to the network of influence of women in African politics.
That was international news. Sports news up next. And in sports news, Tanzania Basketball Federation, TBF, coaching commissioner Robert Manyerere says the upcoming basketball coaches training will accelerate the development of the game in the country. Commissioner Manyerere believes that the training will produce more qualified coaches who will be able to impart skill and knowledge to basketball players and make the local and international games.
Internally, we have done some of the courses. Recently, 2 months ago, we had a course National Level 1 at the University of Dar es Salaam. But this next month, we are expecting to have another course in Katavi, National Level 1. But one of our instructor, local instructor, is also going to Igunga and Ukerewe for these courses.
Training course for basketball coaches will take place next month in Katavi. And now let us take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, dear viewers. Good evening. I'm Desderi Moses from Tanzania Meteorological Authority, and this is 24 hours weather forecast is starting from 9 p.m. tonight. Windy is expected to flow at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour over Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Nyasa, as well as over the northern coast of the Indian Ocean. Over the southern coast of the Indian Ocean, the wind is expected to flow at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour, and the state of the sea is expected to be slightly to moderate. Rainfall models are showing persistence of rainfall signals over different parts of our country. And tonight, dear viewers, partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas is expected over the western part of our country and over the Lake Victoria Basin regions. Over northeastern highland region, over the northern coast with the exception of Morogoro region, as well as over the southwestern highland region, together with Ruvuma region, are expected to feature partly cloud condition and rain showers over a few areas. The remaining part of our country is expected to be mainly dry. Tomorrow, it is our expectation that partly cloud condition and rain showers over a few areas and sun period is expected over the central part of our country and northeastern highland regions. And the rest part of our country is expected to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas, and sun period. Now, let us have a look at the weather forecast for the next 4 days for some regions in our country. Rain showers and thunder showers over Dar es Salaam is expected. Over Dodoma region, rain showers together with thunder showers are expected. Over Mbeya region, thunder showers are expected in the next 4 days. Over Mwanza region as well, thunder showers are expected in the next 4 days. Over Kilimanjaro region, rain showers and thunder showers are expected. Over Morogoro region, rain showers and thunder showers are expected. Arusha region, rain showers and thunder showers are also expected to be featured. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, until next time, good night.
And that marks the end of our news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our Kiswahili bulletin at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Teddy Paranyanga. Have a lovely night.
Naangalia TBC1.
Ukweli na uhakika.
Tanzania yetu ndio nchi ya kusifiwa, kote ulimwenguni watu wote wata